There's something magical about dreams. They don't ask for permission, they don't follow logic, and yet they reveal truths your heart has been whispering for far too long. Tell me if this has ever happened to you. You wake up suddenly, your room is silent, but your heart is racing, because someone, a person you didn't expect, just appeared in your dream, not in a random way, but in a way that felt real, almost familiar, almost like destiny was trying to send you a message. And for the rest of the day, you can't fully shake the feeling. You replay the moment, you replay their smile, you replay the way the dream made you feel. Why them? Why now? Why did your mind choose that person out of the billions of faces in the world? Here's what most people don't know. Your brain never puts someone in your dream by accident. When a person shows up, especially repeatedly, it's because a very specific emotional, psychological, and deeply intimate connection exists. One that your waking mind may be hiding, but your subconscious mind refuses to ignore. So today, let's talk about the one thing it truly means when someone enters your dream. And trust me, once you understand this, you will never look at dreams or love the same way again. Your heart knows something your mind isn't ready to admit. Dreams speak in feelings, not sentences, in symbols, not explanations. And when someone shows up in your dream, it's often because your heart is trying to confess a truth your mind is too afraid to face. Maybe this person once made you feel something you can't fully describe. Maybe your connection with them was unfinished, unspoken, or interrupted by timing that wasn't right. Or maybe this is someone you never admitted you cared for, not even to yourself. Let me paint a picture. Imagine standing in front of someone who once made you feel safe, someone whose presence felt soft, warm, calm, like home. But life happened, distance happened, silence happened, and you buried the emotion because it was easier than dealing with what your heart truly wanted. But your dreams, they don't let you hide. Dreams bring that person back to you because your emotional brain is still holding on to something, a memory, a feeling, a desire that refuses to disappear. Sometimes it's love, sometimes it's longing, sometimes it's the ache of what could have been, if timing had been kinder. But here's the truth that hits hardest. When someone appears in your dream, it's because your heart is still talking to them, even if your mouth isn't. Your mind can silence a thought, but your heart remembers everything. And that person you dreamed of, they touched a part of you that logic cannot erase. They hold a space in your soul that no one else has filled yet. There are people who enter your life softly, yet leave a mark so deep that even time doesn't know how to fade it. Maybe you talked to them for only a short season. Maybe you were close once and drifted apart. Maybe you never dated at all. But there was something in the way they looked at you, something in the way your energies aligned that created a quiet bond you never fully understood. And here's the truth. Your mind forgets people, but your soul never does. When someone shows up in your dream, it's often because they occupied a space in you that no one else has managed to step into. Not because you're stuck, not because you're desperate, but because what you shared with them was unique in a way words fail to capture. Maybe they made you feel seen in a world where everyone else only looks at the surface. Maybe they understood your silence better than others understood your words. Maybe they reminded you of a version of yourself you miss being. And even if life pulled you apart, even if days, months, or years have passed, the emotional imprint remains. It sits quietly inside you, not demanding attention, not causing chaos, just existing like a soft echo of something that mattered. Dreams are where the soul speaks, without interruption from logic or fear. So when this person appears, it's not just nostalgia, it's not random, it's not coincidence. It's your inner world reminding you this connection meant something. Maybe you weren't ready then, maybe they weren't ready either. Maybe life got in the way, but the bond didn't vanish. It simply settled in the background, waiting for a moment to be felt again. That's why the dream feels real. That's why it lingers, because deep inside, a part of you knows they filled a place no one else has, and maybe no one else will. At least not yet. Your lives are still intertwined in a way you can't see yet. Sometimes a dream isn't just a dream. Sometimes it's a whisper from the universe, reminding you that a connection you thought was over is still very much alive. There are people who don't walk into your story by accident. The timing may be wrong, the circumstances may be complicated, the distance may be unbearable, but the connection has its own destiny, its own rhythm, its own way of looping back when you least expect it. When someone appears in your dreams, especially repeatedly, it's often because the thread between you was never cut, only stretched. Maybe they were meant to teach you something. Maybe you were meant to heal a part of them. Or maybe, just maybe, their chapter in your life isn't finished yet. Think about it. Why did they show up now? Why this week? Why during a moment when your heart finally felt calm? Dreams reveal what real life tries to hide. Unfinished energy, unspoken words, unresolved emotion, a pull between two souls. That logic can't understand. You might not talk anymore. You might have moved on with your routines. You might even tell your friends you're over it. But your subconscious knows the truth. It senses something brewing beneath the surface. A possibility, a return, a chapter waiting for its moment. And the dream becomes a signal, not that you must chase them, not that you must wait for them, but that the story between you still has meaning. Sometimes the universe sends reminders in the form of dreams, because real life isn't ready to reveal what comes next. And maybe, just maybe, your story with them is preparing to circle back in a way you won't expect. But your soul already knows. Dreams are not accidents, they're invitations, windows into the parts of you that you've learned to silence during the day. So when someone appears, not once, not twice, but in a way that leaves your heart heavy, even after you wake up, it means something. It means your heart still knows them. It means your soul still remembers. It means there is unfinished energy between you and that person, even if your mind has tried to move forward. Maybe they were your almost love. Maybe they were your right person, wrong time. Maybe they were a stranger who felt strangely familiar. Or maybe they were the one chapter you didn't want to close. But life closed it for you. Whatever the story is, their presence in your dream is not random. It's a message, a reminder, a tug on a bond that still exists. But here's the part that matters most. A dream is not telling you to run back. A dream is telling you to look deeper at what you feel, at what you want, at what your heart has been quietly carrying. Because sometimes the dream is about them, and sometimes the dream is actually about you. And if you want to know whether this person still thinks about you too, whether they feel the same pull, the same echo, the same unresolved bond, then don't miss my next video. It will reveal the signs that someone dreams of you even when they're awake. Turn on notifications so you don't lose it. Your heart deserves the clarity it's been waiting for.